This administration is running like a fine-tuned machine.
In the courtroom battles of American politics, one name echoes louder than most: Donald J. Trump. A billionaire businessman turned president who vowed to drain the swamp, only to find himself trapped in a legal maze of blocked orders, constitutional clashes, and courtroom showdowns. This is the story of the laws Trump tried to pass, and the judges who said no.
I would do it, except for these people up there. They would say, "Did you hear what President Trump said? Did you hear what he said?"
When Donald Trump took office in 2017, he did it with a pen and a promise. Executive orders became his weapon of choice. From immigration bans to global tariffs, Trump didn't wait for Congress. He issued orders, dozens of them, fast, bold, and often illegal. But what happens when a president acts faster than the law allows? He gets blocked over and over again. January 2017, just days into his presidency, Trump signs one of his most controversial executive orders, the travel ban. Dubbed the Muslim ban by critics, it restricted entry from several Muslim-majority countries. Protests erupted, airports flooded with lawyers, and within 24 hours, federal judges in New York and Massachusetts stepped in. Blocked. Why? The courts ruled the order likely violated the First Amendment by targeting a religion. It also bypassed due process for legal visa holders. Trump fired back on Twitter. "See you in court," he declared. He did, and he lost, multiple times. It took 3 revisions before the Supreme Court finally upheld a watered-down version. Next came the tariffs. Trump declared a national emergency and imposed sweeping global tariffs on steel and aluminum, using a law from 1977, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. But judges weren't convinced. In 2025, the U.S. Court of International Trade ruled Trump had gone too far. The law, they said, wasn't a blank check for trade wars. It was a national security measure, not a license to rewrite global trade. Blocked again. And just when Trump celebrated a temporary win from an appeals court, the lower courts pushed back harder. In one of his most extreme moves, Trump announced plans to end birthright citizenship through an executive order. Yes, he wanted to undo the 14th Amendment with a pen.
Birthright citizenship is about slavery. It's not about tourists coming in and touching a piece of sand and all of a sudden there's citizenship.
Legal scholars were stunned. The courts moved quickly. Federal judges across the country reminded the president that constitutional amendments can't be overwritten by executive orders. The result? Dead on arrival. Not a single court backed the plan. 2025 saw another legal curveball. Trump attempted to restrict major law firms from receiving federal contracts, alleging political bias. But the judiciary didn't just disagree, they were furious. One judge called it a naked violation of the First Amendment. Another said Trump had weaponized executive power against the rule of law. Harsh words from the bench. But it didn't end there. Even judges Trump had appointed ruled against him, proving this wasn't about politics. It was about the Constitution. According to multiple sources, Trump's executive actions faced over 240 legal challenges, and at least 46 were outright blocked by federal judges. And here's the kicker. These judges weren't all liberals. Many were Republicans. Some were even Trump's own appointees. In courtrooms from California to Texas, judges said the same thing. You can't rewrite the Constitution with executive orders. Trump didn't stay silent. He blasted judges on Twitter. He called the judiciary corrupt, biased, even an embarrassment. But the backlash was fierce. Legal experts warned that attacking the courts was dangerous, undermining public trust in the only branch designed to check executive power. Still, Trump doubled down. His supporters cheered. His critics sounded alarms. And the judges, they kept blocking unconstitutional orders. Quietly, firmly, repeatedly. So what does it all mean? Trump may have been one of the most legally challenged presidents in modern history, but the courts did their job. They acted as the firewall, the last line of defense against executive overreach. Love him or hate him, Trump tested the limits of presidential power. And time after time, the judges pushed back. In American democracy, even the most powerful man in the world must answer to the rule of law. And no executive order, no late-night tweet, no political threat can override the Constitution. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more political drama and behind-the-scenes stories.